Most entrepreneurs fail. If you're an entrepreneur, the chances are you're gonna fail unless you watch this. Hey everyone, I'm Patel, and today I'm gonna break down 7 things you should do before you become an entrepreneur. Now, before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. That way when we release more advice on entrepreneurship or marketing, you'll get notified. I have a question though for you. Do you wanna be an entrepreneur? If you wanna be an entrepreneur, leave a comment below with yes. If you don't, leave a comment with no. And that's okay, there's nothing wrong with either one. The tips I'm gonna give you, whether you wanna be an entrepreneur or not, are gonna help you in your work life, as well as help you being an entrepreneur. The first thing you need to do is work for someone else. Everyone's like, oh my God, I wanna be an entrepreneur, I'm just gonna go out there and create my own company. Yeah, you can do that, but you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. You're not gonna learn how to communicate with people, how to build teams, you're not gonna learn how to hire, you're not gonna learn how to fire. And even when you work for someone else, you don't learn that right away. You have to be in the workplace for many, many years, even get promoted before you learn some of these things. That's very important because if you don't know how things work in the corporate world, you're not gonna do well as an entrepreneur. The second thing you need to do is read books from other entrepreneurs. There's so many people like the CEO of IBM talking about mistakes they've made. By reading these books, you'll learn from other people's mistakes and avoid making them when you go out on your own. And here's the thing, you look at me and you'll be like, oh Neil, you've done all right. I'm not that smart. But what's helped me do well is I've learned from other people's mistakes as well as my own, and I've avoided making the same mistakes over and over again. And eventually, that's led me to what I should be doing, right? Because eventually you start crossing off all these things that you shouldn't be doing, so you're left with the things you should be doing. The third thing you need to do is learn to budget. It's harder to make money than it is to save it. And when you're an entrepreneur, you're gonna be strapped for cash. If you don't know how to live on a budget or save money, you're not gonna do well. So start learning how to budget now. That could be using tools like mint.com. Whatever you wanna do to figure out your budgeting, do it. The fourth tip is to learn to solve problems. See, in the corporate world, a lot of times when you solve problems, you run into politics, sometimes money can solve it, sometimes you can't solve it at all. And I'm not saying it's easy, but as an entrepreneur, a lot of the problem solving that you're gonna have to do is even tougher because you have more things going against you. You don't have big budgets, you don't have a ton of staff, you don't have a ton of people with experience to help you out. If you can't figure out problem solving and work on your problem solving skills, you're not gonna succeed because you're always gonna be pushed against the ropes and things are gonna go against you. And that's why problem solving is very important. The fifth thing you need to do is figure out your passion. If you don't love what you're doing, you're not gonna keep doing it over and over again. You're gonna quit as an entrepreneur. It's not about putting in 40-hour weeks, you're gonna put in 60, you're gonna put in 70, and you'll still find that your competition is bigger than you and ahead of you. That's why if you don't love what you're doing, you're not gonna put in the time and energy that you need to succeed. And speaking of time, and this gets into the sixth thing, is you need to be efficient with your time. You don't have enough time in the day. There's only 24 hours. So use tools like Rescue Time to figure out, hey, where are you wasting your time? Where are you efficient? Cut out all the stuff that's causing you to waste time, such as logging onto Instagram 20 times a day. Sure, I'm not saying don't use Instagram, but logging in once or twice or 4 or 5 times is enough. You don't need to log in 20, 30 times a day when you're starting a business, running it, and you're trying to grow it. And last but not least, find a problem that you want to solve. As an entrepreneur, you're not gonna make money because you wanna make money. You're gonna make money because you're solving a problem and helping people out. And that problem that you're solving, your solution better be cheaper or more efficient, if not ideally both. When you do that, people start paying you. If your solution isn't cheaper or more efficient, why would they pay you versus the competition? So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you need help growing your business, check out my ad agency, Neil Patel Digital.